What if I told you that the chronic ache in your knees, the stiffness in your back that greets you every morning, and the feeling that your own body is slowly betraying you is not an inevitable part of aging? What if it's a choice? Not a conscious one, but a choice dictated by a system that has, perhaps, failed to show you the alternative. We are constantly told that with age comes decay. We see it in our parents, we feel it in ourselves, and we accept it. We accept the prescriptions for painkillers that only mask the symptoms. We accept the suggestions of invasive, costly surgeries as our only final options. We are conditioned to view our joints as mechanical parts with a limited warranty, destined to wear out, grind down, and eventually fail. But across the globe, in a country renowned for its technology and tradition, a different story is being lived. In Japan, particularly in regions like Okinawa, a blue zone where people live the longest, healthiest lives on Earth, an 80-year-old's mobility can often rival that of a Westerner half their age. They are not just living longer, they are living better. They are gardening, practicing martial arts, dancing, and walking for miles with a fluidity and strength that seems to defy the laws of aging as we know them. So, what is their secret? Is it purely genetic? The science says no. When people of Japanese descent adopt a Western lifestyle, their rates of chronic inflammatory diseases, including arthritis, rise to match those of their new homes. This means the secret is not just in their DNA. It's in their daily rituals, their environment, and most importantly, in what they consume. This is a secret that has been woven into the fabric of their culture for centuries, and it is a secret that the modern medical establishment, with its focus on patented drugs and surgical procedures, has very little financial incentive to explore, let alone reveal. The core of this Japanese phenomenon lies in a profound understanding of the true enemy of our joints. Not wear and tear, but a silent, relentless adversary called chronic low-grade inflammation. This is not the acute inflammation you experience after an injury, the redness, swelling, and pain that signals your body's healing process. No, this is a far more insidious form. Imagine it as a smoldering fire within your body, never quite bursting into flames, but constantly producing damaging embers. These embers are inflammatory molecules that circulate through your bloodstream and settle in your joints. Day after day, year after year, they systematically attack the precious cartilage it cushions your bones. Cartilage is a miracle tissue. It's smooth, resilient, and allows for decades of frictionless movement. It has no direct blood supply, which means it's very slow to heal. Once it's damaged, it's incredibly difficult to repair. This chronic inflammation releases destructive enzymes known as matrix metalloproteases or MMPs, which act like tiny demolition crews, breaking down the collagen and proteoglycan matrix of your cartilage. The result? The cartilage thins, becomes rough, and eventually wears out completely, leading to the bone-on-bone friction that causes excruciating pain and stiffness. The Western medical approach often waits until the house is already on fire to act. They give you non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, which can provide temporary relief, but come with a host of potential side effects, such as stomach ulcers, kidney problems, and an increased risk of heart events. Then, they might offer steroid injections, which can actually accelerate cartilage damage over the long term. Finally, when the joint is destroyed, they offer a replacement surgery. This approach is reactive, not proactive. It manages the disaster, it does not prevent it. The Japanese approach, in stark contrast, is all about fire prevention. It focuses on extinguishing the smoldering embers of chronic inflammation before they can ever do significant damage. This isn't achieved through a single magic pill, but through a holistic, synergistic lifestyle where diet is the cornerstone. Think of their traditional diet. It is naturally and powerfully anti-inflammatory. They consume vast amounts of omega-3 fatty acids from fish like mackerel, sardines, and salmon. Unlike the omega-6 heavy Western diet, which promotes inflammation, omega-3s are the building blocks for the body's own anti-inflammatory compounds like resolvins and protectants.
Their diet is also incredibly rich in a diverse array of phytonutrients, from colorful vegetables, mushrooms, and especially seaweeds. Varieties like kombu, wakame, and nori are not just decorative additions. They are nutritional powerhouses packed with unique compounds like fucoidan, a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant that is extensively researched for its health benefits. Furthermore, there is the crucial role of the gut. A modern scientific concept now gaining traction is the gut-joint axis. This theory posits that the health of your gut microbiome directly influences the health of your joints. An unhealthy gut, often caused by processed foods, sugar, and a lack of fiber, can lead to a condition called leaky gut, where the intestinal lining becomes permeable. This allows inflammatory molecules and bacterial fragments to leak into the bloodstream, triggering a system-wide immune response that can manifest as inflammation in the joints. The Japanese diet, rich in fermented foods like miso, natto, and pickled vegetables, constantly nourishes the gut with beneficial probiotics. These probiotics strengthen the gut barrier, modulate the immune system, and directly help to turn off the inflammatory signals that harm our joints. It's a fundamental, foundational approach to health that starts from the inside. They are not just eating, they are consciously building an internal environment that is hostile to chronic disease. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of this profound wisdom, a philosophy that views food as medicine and prevention as the ultimate cure. If you feel that this approach could be the answer you've been searching for, ensure you're subscribed to our channel, because the journey to reclaiming your joints has just begun.
While the foundational principles of the Japanese diet, more fish, more vegetables, and fermented foods, are powerful in themselves, they are merely the entry point. The true secret, the one that allows for the creation of what we can only describe as steel-like joints well into old age, lies within specific, potent compounds found in their daily meals. These are not just nutrients, they are biocatalysts that actively instruct your body to rebuild, protect, and extinguish inflammation at its source. Let's dissect the first pillar of this secret, the unparalleled power of the sea. Beyond the well-known omega-3s, Japanese seaweeds like kombu and wakame contain a sulfated polysaccharide called fucoidan. Modern science is only now beginning to fully appreciate what coastal cultures have known for generations. Fucoidan acts as a master regulator for your joints. First, it helps modulate the immune system, dialing down the overactive immune response that mistakenly attacks joint tissues in conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. Second, it has been shown in studies to inhibit the activity of those cartilage-destroying enzymes, the MMPs we talked about. Think of it as a security guard that prevents the demolition crew from ever reaching your cartilage. And perhaps most remarkably, research suggests fucoidan may support the health of chondrocytes, the very cells responsible for producing and maintaining your cartilage matrix. While Western diets are almost completely devoid of this marine miracle, the traditional Japanese diet provides a steady, daily supply, constantly reinforcing the defenses of their joints. Now, let us turn to what is arguably the most guarded secret in the Japanese arsenal against joint aging. It's a food that is often challenging for the Western palate, which is perhaps why its benefits have remained so culturally contained. I am talking about natto. Made from fermented soybeans, natto is a staple in many Japanese breakfasts. Its power comes from two extraordinary components produced during its unique fermentation process with Bacillus subtilis. The first is an enzyme called natto kinase. This enzyme has a profound effect on our circulatory system. It is known for its ability to break down fibrin, a protein that forms blood clots and can contribute to poor circulation. Better blood flow means a more efficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the delicate tissues around your joints, including the synovial membrane, which produces the fluid that lubricates your joints. Improved circulation equals improved healing. But the second component of natto is where the magic truly resides.
Natto is the richest natural food source on the planet of a specific form of vitamin K2 called menaquinone 7 or MK7. This isn't the vitamin K1 found in leafy greens. MK7 plays a fundamentally different and crucial role in the body. It is the body's primary calcium traffic cop. In the West, many people take calcium supplements hoping to strengthen their bones, but without adequate MK7, that calcium doesn't always go to the right place. It can be deposited in your arteries, leading to atherosclerosis, and it can calcify within the soft tissues of your joints, causing stiffness, pain, and contributing to osteoarthritis. Vitamin K2, specifically MK7, activates two proteins, osteocalcin and matrix glay protein. Osteocalcin's job is to bind calcium and deposit it into your bones and teeth. The matrix glay protein's job is to remove excess calcium from soft tissues like your arteries and your joint cartilage. By consuming natto, older Japanese individuals are ensuring that dietary calcium strengthens their bone structure, making it more resistant to fractures, while simultaneously preventing that same calcium from causing harmful calcification and stiffness in their joints. This is a two-pronged approach to structural health that is virtually absent from modern diets. Now I'm curious, what is the single most common piece of advice you've been given for your joint pain? Was it just take this pill or learn to live with it? I am genuinely interested to read your experiences in the comments below. Let's share our stories and build a community of knowledge right here. The final pillar of this secret is found in a daily ritual, the consumption of high-quality green tea, particularly varieties like sencha and matcha. This goes far beyond a simple comforting beverage. Japanese green tea is a potent source of a class of polyphenols called catechins, the most powerful of which is epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG. Science has confirmed that EGCG is a warrior in the fight for joint health. It wages this war on two fronts. First, it is an exceptionally powerful antioxidant. The process of chronic inflammation generates a storm of free radicals, unstable molecules that act like shrapnel, ricocheting within the joint space and causing widespread damage to cells and cartilage. EGCG neutralizes these free radicals, protecting the joint tissues from this oxidative stress. Second, and more directly, EGCG interferes in the inflammatory cascade itself. It has been shown to block the activation of pro-inflammatory signaling pathways like NF-kappa B, and to inhibit the production of inflammatory cytokines like interleukin-1 beta. In layman's terms, it turns off the very switches that command your body to produce the substances that are destroying your joints. While any green tea is beneficial, the traditional Japanese preparation method for matcha, where the entire tea leaf is ground into a fine powder and consumed, delivers a dose of EGCG that is orders of magnitude higher than a typical steeped tea bag. They are not just drinking tea, they are consuming a concentrated medicinal elixir that has protected their joints for centuries. This synergy of marine minerals from seaweed, the calcium-directing power of vitamin K2 from natto, and the anti-inflammatory shield of EGCG from green tea creates an internal environment where cartilage is protected, inflammation is suppressed, and the building blocks of a healthy joint are constantly supplied. If these revelations about how specific foods can actively defend and rebuild your joint health are resonating with you, just imagine the power of putting it all together into a daily practice. To ensure you don't miss the final pieces of this puzzle, where we connect these secrets to practical habits, be sure to join our community by clicking the subscribe button. You are on the verge of a genuine breakthrough.
We have journeyed into the heart of a philosophy that treats the body not as a machine destined to break down, but as a garden to be cultivated. We have uncovered the specific, scientifically backed compounds that form the cornerstone of the Japanese secret to joint longevity. But knowing the ingredients of a master recipe is only half the battle. The final, and perhaps most crucial step, is understanding the philosophy and the daily practices that bring these ingredients to life. The true power lies not in sporadic consumption of these superfoods, but in weaving them into the very fabric of your daily existence, alongside a mindset that respects the body's natural limits and wisdom. This integration of diet, mindset, and movement is what truly builds joints of steel. One of the most profound concepts from the Okinawan Blue Zone is a simple Confucian teaching called Hara Hachi Bu. This translates to eat until you are 80% full. This isn't a diet, it's a form of mindful caloric restriction practiced for a lifetime. In a Western culture that often encourages us to clean our plates and eat until we are stuffed, this idea can seem foreign. Yet, its impact on joint health and overall longevity is monumental. When you constantly eat to full capacity, your body is forced into metabolic overdrive. This excessive processing of food generates a high amount of oxidative stress and free radicals, which, as we know, contributes to inflammation throughout the body, including the joints. By stopping at 80% full, you are giving your digestive system and your entire metabolic machinery a much-needed reprieve. This practice reduces the inflammatory load on your body and can trigger a vital cellular cleanup process called autophagy, where your cells identify and discard old, dysfunctional components, the very debris that can accumulate in joint tissues and cause problems. It's a daily act of giving your body the space and energy it needs to repair and rejuvenate itself, rather than constantly being occupied with digestion. The second component is functional, consistent movement. The Japanese elders who display remarkable mobility are not spending hours in a gym lifting heavy weights. Their exercise is integrated seamlessly into their day. It's walking to the market. It's hours spent gardening, which involves squatting, bending, and light lifting. Many participate in group activities like Ragyo Taiso, a series of gentle, flowing calisthenics broadcast on the radio every morning. This type of movement focuses on joint mobility, balance, and muscle activation. Movement is crucial because it acts like a pump for your cartilage. Remember, cartilage has no direct blood supply. It gets its nutrients from the synovial fluid that bathes the joint. Gentle, consistent movement compresses and decompresses the cartilage, pumping old fluid out and drawing fresh, nutrient-rich fluid in. When your diet is rich in the anti-inflammatory and building block compounds we've discussed, this synovial fluid becomes a potent healing elixir. Diet and movement are not separate, they work in perfect synergy. So, how do we translate this wisdom into a practical plan you can start today? Let's build a simple 3-step action plan to reclaim your joints. Step 1. Foundation first. Quench the fire. Before you add anything, you must first reduce what is causing the inflammation. For 1 week, focus on minimizing inflammatory triggers. Processed foods, refined sugar, sugary drinks, and industrial seed oils, like corn and soy oil found in most packaged goods. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins. This alone will begin to lower the overall inflammatory burden on your body, creating a better environment for healing. Step 2. Integrate the secrets. Don't get overwhelmed. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 to begin with. Perhaps you can switch your morning coffee for a high-quality matcha green tea. Or you could make a goal of eating fatty fish like salmon or sardines twice this week. You can find roasted seaweed snacks or nori sheets in most supermarkets now. Try crumbling them onto salads or into soups for that Fucoidan boost. Regarding natto, if you're adventurous, seek it out in an Asian market. If its strong flavor is a barrier, you can consider a high-quality vitamin K2 MK7 supplement as a temporary bridge. But always aim for the whole food source first. Step 3. Establish a movement ritual. Forget about no pain, no gain. We want no pain, all gain. Start with a simple 15-minute walk every single day. Listen to your body. The goal is consistency, not intensity. Find a beginner's Tai Chi or gentle stretching routine online. The objective is to make gentle movement a non-negotiable part of your day, just like brushing your teeth. The journey to healthier joints is not a sprint, it's a paradigm shift.
It's a departure from the reactive mindset of masking pain and a return to the proactive, foundational principles of human health. The secret we've unveiled today isn't just about avoiding pain, it's about reclaiming vitality, freedom, and the joy of movement. It's about having the ability to play with your grandchildren, to travel, to live fully, unhindered by a body you once thought was failing you. In conclusion, the Japanese secret for joints of steel is not a single pill or procedure. It is a beautifully intricate yet simple philosophy. Control inflammation by removing dietary triggers and embracing an anti-inflammatory eating style. Provide your body with the unique, powerful tools it needs through strategic foods like seaweed, natto, and green tea. And practice mindful eating with hara hachibu while engaging in consistent, gentle movement to nourish your cartilage. This is the path. You now have the map. If you found this information to be empowering and feel that it could genuinely change someone's life, please give this video a like so that more people can find it. Share it with a friend or family member who believes their joint pain is an unavoidable part of aging. You could be offering them a lifeline. And let me know in the comments below, which one of these powerful habits are you most excited to try first? Your journey and insights inspire our entire community. Finally, if you are dedicated to transforming your health from the ground up and want more deep dives into the secrets of a long and vibrant life, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Don't miss out on what we have coming next. Keep exploring our channel for more videos that can guide you on this incredible path. Thank you for your time, and here's to your new future of strong, healthy, and resilient joints.